That's even worse.
Grab my shit, put it back over me, and tucked into it like a burrito roll myself.
Yeah, that's me for sure. Like you can't go get it this
bitch, you wanna take it this time, right?
You got to pull hard. Yeah.
What up? What it do? It is your host, NunFlyyer. Welcome to another episode of More to Discuss. I'm here with my daughter, beautiful co-host, the Toad.
What it do, booze? What's up? Like, we here today on the lovely start of Black History Month.
You know what
We
I'm
got
saying?
another lovely guest as well here with us today. My bestie for the rest of you, Justin Kai.
In the building. You know what I'm saying? Wakanda forever.
I'm a sideways. No, it didn't.
That didn't work. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
There we
Full
go.
screen.
We in the building.
How are you?
I am
Welcome to
fine.
the show.
How y'all doing?
Hey.
Real good.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so you know, since this is a weekly thing and we on Saturdays, we gotta have us a good weekly recap.
Yep.
So beautiful daughter of mine, how's your week been? For this
It has
fair
been
week?
really good. This week has gone by pretty fast. I got off work early a couple of times this week, so I'm chilling. It was really good.
Man, you know, anytime they can get off work early is always a good thing.
Hello.
How about you, young Justin? One time?
It's been a lot, but I think now I can finally just relax, come down a bit, and just vibe for real. So,
You know what I'm saying? Talk to your folks about some stuff that ain't jokes. You know what I'm talking about?
Hello.
good again.
And how has your week been? NunFlyyer.
Man, it was a week. Chilling, man. Made some money. Money was made. And that's how that go. Nothing spectacular. But I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So
I love
it
that.
led up to this wonderful, wonderful day.
To this wonderful, wonderful podcast with my wonderful, wonderful best friend. Y'all, this is my best friend since I was like, what, 15?
15, yeah.
15. Wow. We in the 27 vibe now, so it's lit.
Oh yeah. That's a cold grind right there.
It's been a long
12-year
time.
grind. Yeah, that's a nice little grind. That's a nice little grind. You know what I'm saying? That's dope as shit. Hey, so let me ask you this, man. As young black people in this world today, really, how do you feel about Black History Month in a whole?
We need a longer month.
Right.
Okay, that's the thing that we used to complain about too, like why we gotta have the shortest month, all the shit. So getting older, as I got older, we contributed so much to the society, so much to this great nation of ours, that we should have like a whole Black History year, man.
Every fourth year.
Because our history is American history, technically. You know what I'm saying?
No, literally it was built off our big ass backs.
Right. So, yeah, I've always had a issue with that.
Backs.
A crazy issue with that. The fact that it's like they feel that it's the type of shit that you can only teach, you know, in a month in the curriculum of American society in terms of schools and shit.
They don't
When
even
leaving us out, you leave us out, you leave out a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of shit in history that needs to be known.
A lot of the most important stuff that we use on a daily basis as well.
Right.
Yeah,
in
I
terms
think
just
it's more transparent though, with like, of course, like the things that we use in everyday life or we think about, it's always presented like this white face, but there's so many black unsung heroes who actually, the way, create the ideas, but you may have beat me to it or you stole it and now it's yours.
Definitely stole it.
And I feel like some of this information we have is public knowledge, but it's not taught for a reason. So
since the dawn of time, they've been stealing our stuff.
I think
Sister
it's
Donna.
not taught in depth specifically because it would get our people back to understanding our power. Like, if you really rolled out the Rolodex of like all of the African American heroes, the people that actually paved the way and everything like that, you showing the strength to our next generation,
But
they would literally rule the world. Like,
right, but I think it's kind of hard when it's taught in general. The first things that we are taught about being Black or some kind of color is that you were slaves. It's all this tragic and trauma that comes with it that's taught.
then
So
it's like they try to pump that fear
right
to you before.
Right, but then they'll teach next, okay, this when you guys were free, and this when you guys got vote. And you list probably like one educator and one advocate. But there are many, who've done more than just been
so many.
So, do you think that well, I believe that in the information age, first of all, where it's so easy to get whatever type of information that you seek, it was like a mute point now because everybody know. You know what I'm saying? So how do you expect kids to go to school respecting teachers, especially during this fine month of ours, while they're trying to pump this bullshit up our asses when we know and have been taught and have seen through the various forms of the internet and platforms that we way greater than y'all tried to play us to be. Like, how do you expect the young kids to go to school and now have that same respect for their teachers when they know they lying?
I feel like with them knowing that they should definitely move with stride, like chill, vibe out, because take all whatever bullshit information has been given to you, but you know what you come from. You know your roots. You know how strong your blood is. You know what you come from. So like, we realize come from slaves, so it's like we come from strong people. So to find that out, I'm like, oh damn, okay. So like all of my strength and my perseverance and me not giving up and me continuing through whatever I go through, it's never, not that bad because I come from people that have been through the worst in some ways. You know what I mean? So it's like my ancestors pumped that iron and it's coursing through my veins as well. So I feel like just having that knowledge has helped me, I guess, see the world differently. Like, I carry the world as if I am who I am, which I know. Y'all motherfuckers ain't half of what we are. Let's just be true. Like, we can create.
We're keeping it a buck around here.
You want to talk about it? Like,
we're keeping it a buck around here.
Create all that. So I ain't worried. All you bitches is my sons for real. I ain't worried about it. That's just me. So I feel like they should just take the information in and continue to self-teach. Because if you only take what's given to you, you're not gonna know nothing.
I'm the type of person where literally, definitely, I'm all for self-teaching and keeping your history alive. Although they try to sum it up into just a few weeks, actually in the household. I know if I were to have kids, get them involved more with the public, actually know what's going on with the law. Even if they start locally, because everything starts from the bottom up.
That's right.
Being involved, making yourself known that I'm present, I'm here. I'm not just another body, another number in the town, I'm actually somebody who's going to change it.
And I feel like a lot of Black people do that too, and I feel like they yearn for that acknowledgement. But it's like, give it to yourself. Because if you know you out here running turkey drives, if you know you're out here helping out the homeless people, if you know you're out here making sure that the kids in the hood that don't got nothing got something every Christmas, you coming through with a little toy drive, or even food, hot meals for people that can't afford them. Like, praise yourself. I feel like a lot of people look for praise, like, especially our people specifically, do stuff and then look around like, okay, who saw me? You know what I mean?
Right.
Who gonna be like, ooh, you good job, you did that, ooh, da-da-da. Like, give that to yourself, because I feel like our community as a whole could go a lot further if we put a lot more of that praise and belief back into ourselves versus pushing it outwards and receiving whatever is given to us, which is not always positivity. Sometimes it's negativity, which then, breaks people down, make people feel like they ain't or can't do, And as Black people, we literally can do anything. Once people get that understood,
everything.
It's so crazy. Like the connection that we have to the sun, to the earth, to everything. Like, please, people, like.
So, yeah, I know that they might be scared a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Especially now that we're beginning to come into our own in terms of knowing what we know about us, learning what we can learn about us. But again, it's inevitable. You can't deny what God has put here to be seen. You know what I'm saying?
What God Himself is. Let's just be true about that.
Indeed.
Because
so
I've seen the Bible from the 1700s. That nigga was black. Like on the real.
They have black Madonnas and everything. Like it's a whole thing. Plus, us as a race, well, the Moors, low key brought them dudes out of the dark ages, man. Like they owe a lot to us throughout history, not just through the civil rights movement and all that bullshit. Like they owe us a lot for their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like literally,
the lives, yes.
Because without us, they wouldn't know how to bathe. They wouldn't know shit about soap. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't know shit about fragrance. They wouldn't know shit about irrigation.
How to keep your skin up, looking good, presenting yourself a certain type of way. Bitch, I was cave dwellers.
Right. And fucking plague. Past riders, joints.
Dang.
So
we come around like, ooh, what's that? Niggas glowing, giving energy, and they needed to know how can we give energy.
Well, they can't.
We didn't tell them. No, but we tried to inform, and I feel like that's also the downfall in our community as well, because we are so pro love and pro help and pro, you know what I'm saying, like educate. So it's like it's in our blood to educate others. It's in our blood to want to help others. Right. You know what I mean? Because we are of our people. So it's like it's in our blood to want to do these things, even for people that aren't our people. And that's what led us to be in the positions that we ended up being in for all this time. And that's what put us on this side of the fence all this time. We're supposed to be on the other side.
Oh man. Well,
some of us are, but you know what I mean? Like as a whole, it's supposed to really be Wakanda, like for real.
Right. Our vibe is way different than their vibe. We vibrate at a way different frequency.
Yeah.
And theirs is more of a destructive vibe. You know what I'm saying? We as a people are loving people. We had our, everything is tribal. So we had our areas and our times where it was us on us, but it was us on us to get understanding, not to destroy, not to conquer, not to do none of that other bullshit.
But a lot of shit was also provoked as well. You gotta also remember, like a lot of people was pushing us against us as well.
No, for sure. But I'm saying in terms of the acts of violence that went on throughout the years, the viciousness that come with them, we don't have with us. You know what I'm saying? That's why they was able to go through and whatever, because we don't fight dirty. You know what I'm saying? We're real intellectual, real compassionate people.
Right? It's about respect and love for real.
Who would just as soon come to the table, come to an agreement, and get stabbed in the back because we wouldn't think that. We deal with honorable motherfuckers, so you know what I'm saying? We expect honorable shit to go down.
Exactly.
And that's how a lot of us got back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Let our guard down.
Get got now in the day. Shit.
Right. We let our guard down thinking that. We let our guard down thinking that everything is cool. And it don't be cool. Next thing you know, it's hordes of motherfuckers in there taking our wives, raping and pillaging and plundering our people, like because we thought we had understanding with you motherfuckers, right? So it was always meant to go this way, so we can realize who the actual opposition is when it comes to prosperity, right? Like, I don't want to go so far as to label people as devils and no shit like that, but the opposition. You know what I'm saying? When it comes
I
to
have a
like
question. Do y'all think that we will ever get back to a place as a society where we move as a one force?
No.
Okay, you say
Yup.
no. He says yes.
Yep.
Why do you say no, Justin?
I think in this lifetime, as existing, I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe in the far, far future, I can definitely see it happening. But right now, only because of climate, even beyond, with, like among ourselves, although everyone talks about coming together, everyone wants to be one, be on one accord. Everybody has a different intention behind it or an agenda at hand. Some are in the right places, some aren't. I think even with our friend groups, or at work, whatever, it seems like almost like crabs in a big bucket. And we're pulling it, we're trying to just get to the top, see who's going to make it there first. Or when we get to the top, forget how you got there, where you started, So I think everyone have their own agenda. You really don't know their intentions, although we want to do things and act as one force. It's come to the point, okay, hey, are you there because you want to actually make a change? Are you there to be acknowledged or get praise? Are you there for personal gain? Are you willing to sacrifice? But a lot of people aren't willing to have those transparent moments with themselves and really say, hey, here's what I have to work on for me to get on accord with the next person.
I actually can agree with that. Because everybody's so selfish and image driven. It's not about the bigger picture. It's not about the end game. It's about how many bags I got, how I dress, how I'm making this, how I get my hair done. For guys, kind of car, how many hoes, all types of distracting things that they allow to distract them. Because I'm not gonna lie, there was a point in time I was distracted by these things too. But then I understand there's a bigger, purpose out here. So these things don't even interest me like that no more. So it's like, you're right, Justin, when you say like our generation specifically, everybody has to get out of that fast lane mindset. Because everybody's in that fast lane mindset, like everybody. And Frank, why do you think that we will? Because I agree with Justin.
All right, so I believe that it's only a certain amount of time where you can continue to prosper and not give back in terms of Black people, right? I believe that's only a matter of time before the right amount of money getting to the right amount of person, or getting to the right person's hands with the right ideas, right? And it's going to be a famous person. And now with the way that information travel, it's gonna be a lot harder to just assassinate a nigga like that, right? Like back in the day, it was easy to take down the Martins and the Luthers and all that. Like I believe it's a whole lot easier to be in the shadows and get some shit done, as opposed to being out front with the rah rah.
But
right?
not really though. Can I chime in 1 second, because that's not true. It's this guy named Rashad Jamal. He was out here uplifting, putting the word out to people, getting people to wake back up and realize who they really are and all this good shit like that. That nigga been disappeared for months now.
So see, that's the thing. That's why I said behind the scenes as opposed to up front with the rah rah. It's a difference, right? Movements happen behind the scenes. When we get it, it's already in motion, right? And I believe it's gonna take that type of dude. And this internet thing is what's gonna power the revolution. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be something hot, and by the time motherfuckers realize it, it's gonna be a little too late. But I want to say this though, right quick, before we get a little further into it. The whole downfall of this whole shit, to me, or at least a major component of it, is greed. And I say that because we have a story about this young lady with this food truck, and my man Keith Lee, who is this big food time, he's like a big foodie, man, and he put that stamp on food when it comes to Black people and the culture, right? He's like the dude. So this lady at this food truck, who had this food truck because they shut that shit down, called Simply Seasoned or Sweetly Seasoned or some shit like that, right?
Mhm.
Was doing bad out there in Texas, man. Wasn't nobody pulling up on her shit. So she just so happened to have a homeboy. Well, no, her son just so happened to have a homegirl who was big on the internet. Now her son was big a little bit too. He tried to use his follower and his fan base to get on there, and together they presentation brought the man Keith Lee
Keith
to their
Lee.
little food truck. Boom, came through, dropped like over 5 bands. You know, blessed all the people there. Yada yada yada. Left him and his wife left. They went on to take care of their business. The lady who owned the food truck. So when he came though, he dropped specific instructions as to how the money was supposed to go. Now the lady and I forgot her name, but her and her brother, and she was like the main reason why they pulled up. She put on a t-shirt, had a little chair and everything, right? My man Keith Lee wife caught the chair. She heard the chair on the internet on TikTok or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, we should pull up on them, whatever." Bam, so they pull up. Her and her little brother was there. She do braids and shit, and her brother cut hair, and her brother was visiting from out of state. So
This is a
my man
food truck or a beauty truck?
it's a food truck, but because it was, they trying to. Everybody got their internet. Everybody got their internet followers. Their internet squads, right? So people put the word out and they pull up for their people. So everybody was kind of like doing their thing in a specific area. His sister, however, wasn't braiding. She was helping the lady in the food truck get the shit off low key for free. So the man pull up, a whole bunch of people start pulling up. He drops like I said, over 5 bands for the dude who was cutting hair to gave him a G to continue to cut hair for free for the people. Gave the lady who braid hair a G so she can continue to do what she do for the people. And the lady who owned the food truck 2 Gs, right? Boom. And also left like almost another G for the people who was pulling up to eat for free. You know what I'm saying? So he basically funded the whole event. It was like over 5 bands. It was he dropped it. It was live. Boom. So after like the third person, after my man leave, right? This bitch. Okay, so after my man leaves, right? After the third person gets some free food, she tell the people to start charging them for food. That ain't what the man said. Yeah. So
And he just gave you like $3,000 so that'll cover everybody's food.
yeah, he left. He dropped off 5 bands at this bitch. It covered the whole night, nigga. Ain't nobody in that bitch would have made that much money doing nothing that they
how
do.
we got here. Well, let me tell you. So a lot of y'all know yesterday I got to meet Keith Lee. Great, congratulations. I'm still humbled by the experience. Like, I am ecstatic. Blessings to your family. I really appreciate you. But now this is where the downfall comes in. A lot of y'all was on my live when he said this.
I see y'all giving out haircuts.
My little brother, yeah.
He wants to give $1,000 to the barber so he can cut everybody.
That's my little brother. He went to go pick up my baby brother from school.
We want to leave you $1,000 to cut hair. We want to leave you $2,000.
And granted, everything was cool, right? Me being me and thinking everybody else is going to have the same genuine heart as me, I charged him $4,000 on his card, meaning all the money went to the food truck in hopes that she would do what she needed to do, right? Wrong. So after everything had died down, mind you, on top of him tipping $4,000, this man left an extra $886 to feed everybody else that was coming, right? Right.
Yeah.
This is where she went wrong. I'm in the truck, mind you, I'm a worker. This is your business, so I'm doing what you say. She tell me after this person, which is a third person, that you got to start charging again. Now it's one thing when he say I'm leaving this for free, and for somebody to come and order like one of everything on the menu and try to get both desserts and drinks and shit. Like, yeah, you can put a limit on that. But if this man left you almost $1,000, why the fuck did you stop handing free food out after the third person? Make it make sense. So, all right, everything was cool. It was time to close down. You know, my friend done ran to the store. He helping his mom. He coming out his pocket with his own money. And I looked at her and I was like, so he literally just spent $5,200 with you. She was like, girl, I know. I'm so excited. Like, before I got on here, I was broke. And before y'all come for me talking about don't be releasing no personal information, it got personal when you played with my baby brother. So everything was cool, calm, and collect, right? She told me, she said, look, I just want to let you know it'll be about a day or two before you guys get your money. I work with Square. I've been running my business for the past 4 years with Square, so I know exactly. But if you've been running this business for years, your money gonna clear the next day, correct? So this morning we got up. Mind you, I'm thinking I gotta go back to help her because yesterday you ain't have nobody that wanted to work for you. You get what I'm saying? So my friend had me come and help you, and then my brother was really only out there, but you somehow trying to make it seem like my brother was giving free haircuts. Prices on them. Come on. So then I wake up today, people hit me up talking about we want to make your menus, we want to make your flyers, da-da-da-da-da. My main thing was I'm not the face of this company. You get what I'm saying? I'm not the face of this company, but I can put you in contact. If you go through my comment section, you will definitely see where I'm tagging her business over and over and over because people thought it was my shit. So I hit her this morning, was like, Kim, you have workers today? Also, there's a guy who's wanted to do your menu and flyers for you, so I'm sending him your number. Who is this? Sherelle. Yes, I have workers for today, and you can send me his info. Thank you. That was it. So I respond back. I will send you his Instagram, and did you see if your money cleared? You can keep the money that was left for me, but my brother is preparing to leave and go back home, and I'm unsure how he'll get it once he leaves. Granted, all I had to do was send it to her, or she could have sent it to him, whatever. She said, please call me back so an agreement can be made. But before we even got to those messages, she called me, and she was just like, well, I didn't invite your brother to come out there and cut hair. I didn't invite you. My son invited you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give $1,000 to my son, and he'll give y'all whatever it is he see fit out of there.
All right, y'all. The young producer in the building, Kingfish Mac has joined the pod. What up with it?
What up? What up? What up? I wanted to jump in on this story. I love this story because it's one of those cautionary tales, right? When you trying to block somebody else's blessing and end up blocking your own. So yeah, girl, Sherelle S. She was saying that when she went the next morning, or when she talked to old girl the next morning about divvying up the dough, she, offered, since she knew old girl was doing bad. And this girl, SSH, she is an influencer on TikTok, on Twitter. She got like 50,000 subs on Twitter, probably quadruple that on TikTok. She got a YouTube channel, 2 Facebook channels, right? So she's, I guess what we would call an influencer. And the minute that she did this video and let everybody know that old girl wasn't trying to cut up the dough, and then all the other scandalous shit that she was doing, seemed like everybody kind of backed up off of her. And shit, from what I'm understanding, her shit is closed now.
So you just got $5,200 one day.
$5,200 got her.
And then this was her response after she was getting drugged online.
Hi everyone. Reaching out to you guys today because my son, he already called or texted, however, he got in touch with Sherelle and asked her if she can come pick up the money. From what I hear, she is refusing to get it. So now I am asking, and I'm asking my followers to please tag her and tell her Sweetly Steven is asking her to please come pick up their money. Okay? I am here on Forest Lane and Ardelia Road. Please. And also, if you guys want to come out and support, please, I am here. I'm not going anywhere. All right. Thank you. Hi.
All of a sudden, she want to give her money.
Right. Out here trying to clean shit up.
But it just seems nasty.
I'm asking her because she sounds messy as fuck. Like, girl.
But at the same point, though, I can see both perspectives, though.
Go ahead, Justin. What were you saying?
I was saying, I can see it on both ways how it goes, because I'm gonna be real. If Keith Lee came out to the truck because of my business, not because of my son or your business, you braiding hair or whoever cutting hair, you know, I'm gonna definitely split if I have to. But in the same sense,
But he said it's specific, though.
That's what it is.
This is for the barber.
And
This
he
is
gave
for
him
you,
that money.
and
That's
this is for the
station.
people to come and eat.
but
Specifically.
I guess
Specifically.
personally, I feel like it would have been better for him to do it separate if he had to, instead of assuming that these are all
He
branches.
ain't
Of the,
got no time for all that shit. He don't know what's going on like
Right.
that.
He's out there. Somebody
Keith
out
Lee
there,
actually-
somebody in there cutting hair. Automatically, you're gonna assume that they're in cahoots.
oh, I
Right.
would.
Boom.
When it comes to money, I'm not assuming anything. I'm gonna say, hey, who's the who's doing what, who's doing X, Y, and Z. I'm not gonna give a whole bag to you, not knowing that it's gonna truly go to who it's supposed to go to. Especially if y'all.
I guess that was his downfall.
True that.
But
But I
that-
mean,
so also the other young lady who was talking. I'm sorry, I get it. She fumbled her bag by even working under her truck. Promote your own business.
But she said she didn't even want her money. She just wanted the money for her brother, the
But-
hair barber.
But that's
Right.
why
he
won't
told her
say-
you can keep my band.
Even for her
Take
truck.
that. I'm good. But give my brother his money, and I felt that. I ain't gonna lie. If it was me, so I worked the true little hot ass food truck all day. I'm getting my $800. Shit, babe. What you're talking about? But and my brother. So I'll be 18, please. Thank you.
Mhm.
So what I would say is if you could take all of the different things that happen, right, and look at them separately, you might be able to half-ass justify, the woman trying to keep you or doing what she did, right? However, what you got to understand is, number one, old girl said to Sherelle after Keith Lee left, when she said, damn, he just cashed, he just did a $5,200, point of sale swipe off his card to your business. Old girl said, damn, I really needed that because I was broke and I didn't know what I was going to do. Secondly, right, the fact that as Keith Lee left 800, damn near 900 more dollars, right, for her to continue to feed people that was driving up, because even Keith Lee said that, there was about 50, 60 people that had pulled up as soon as he got off the live, right? As soon as people knew that he was in town or whatever and shit, they started flocking to the spot where the food truck was. So there was a whole bunch of activity going on there, and he left extra bread there for old girl to be able to feed people for free. After the third person came and got their free plate, she told Sherelle, start charging again. So again, she was really just trying to take advantage of it. It's like, okay, you've been broke so fucking long, right? And then all of a sudden,
she finally got people there. You got to really think about it like that. I'm going to do the same thing.
All of that shit, right? You trying to, it's just like a big money grab for you because you really don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that tomorrow is going to be the day.
Exactly. So she got to get all the money she can today.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's another point as well. Like, I used to work in a restaurant, as a manager. So I feel like that little baby, and I would never discredit what somebody did, because the love offering, I would say, to her business, But if you put everything together, 7,000, that's probably like a good lunch rush for somebody, Especially if it's like this massive food truck and it's becoming like, it's getting that attraction, I'm thinking about, okay, it costs about, okay,
But it wasn't.
running the supplies, the food X, Y, and Z. I'm sorry, if we take all this aside, that's really me reimbursing myself, honestly. That's how I would see it, Like,
Well,
but that would be different if it was an up and coming and was popping and was doing something before they got there. Hold on right quick. Sherelle put a whole little chant and cheer with a Sweetly Seasoned t-shirt on her page to bring people to this motherfucking food truck because her homeboy, that lady's son, asked her to. Nigga, she wasn't getting no play. They knew the Dallas. They didn't know nobody out there. Nigga, she'd have still been there asking for support if it wasn't for them. Her son asked his friend to come and help, and in her helping, she popped.
She was like, "My brother in town. Why not give him some little haircut?"
She popped off her. She popped off her socials. She popped off her socials, and through their social, the boy Keith Lee came. Keith Lee brought the people. But they brought him.
He bring the people, but he left.
You know what
and it don't even matter.
He left money.
It don't even matter how much.
People.
It don't even matter how much you, as the food truck owner, has invested or how much you're in the red, or any of that shit, right? The bottom line is the person who left the money with specific instructions. I'm talking about in everybody's face.
And its own video.
The reason why he did it wasn't so much like, oh yeah, I see y'all all working as a team, so I'm just gonna bless y'all all as a team. No, what he said was individual. Damn, I see y'all out here. This is like a hustle spot. We got the food truck up here. We in a parking lot. We got the food truck up here. We got the brother over here cutting hair. We got the sister here. She knew how to do braids. Y'all just get it popping. Somebody bring some music. He actually said this. Somebody bring some music. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking cookout and shit, man. Everybody, just kind of enjoy what's going on. And really what it was about the exposure for the food truck, not about no cash money that she was supposed to be getting for that day. That was just the extra. Remember, the Keith Lee effect is I come and I fucking test your food. If your food is the bomb, I'm gonna tell my 15.3 million subs to come fuck with you.
Yeah,
it's a marketing ploy, right? To bring you business. It's not just a fucking come up like, here, you working hard, so here, I'm just gonna throw you some fucking bread. The throw you some bread shit was just on some extra shit, because he don't really never be doing it like that, right? Like, he'll go in on some secret shit, send his family in to eat, all that kind of shit, right? But this particular time, he went on live, right? Said where he was at, because the son in his video said, look, my mom is an award-winning bakery chef, this, that, and the third. She can cook like a motherfucker. She got this truck. She just don't know how to market it. Nobody don't never know where she is. Whoop. So we need Keith Lee to come and do his thing so people will know about my mama's food truck. So that's what Keith Lee did. So that 4,000 tip was extra shit. And it was extra with specific instructions, because he was talking to Sherelle.
Right.
At the time when he said, you know what I'm saying? She was the one who was really like the mom, the chick that was the old lady that was cooking. She don't know shit about social media. She jumped on talking about, hey, look, I want to, get my followers to tag Sherelle, whoop, this, that, and the third. You got 26 followers.
Please.
You're not in the space like this, mommy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, her son, right, who is an influencer as well, he got 30,000 subs on X as well, right? He's got a whole little platform, doing his little skits, whatever he does, vlogs or whatever. And that was the plug. I'm gonna use my platform, and I'm gonna get my homegirl who's got an even bigger platform,
right,
to go on live and try to get Keith Lee to come to my mama's spot. We heard he's in Dallas. We know what he do. You know what I'm saying? Here's a spot that you need to come fuck with. And he came. Not because he seen the son's live, but because the wife seen Sherelle's live.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So the whole plug was because of this peripheral shit that's going on outside of the food truck. The food truck just happened to have some good food, because let's not forget, Keith Lee gave her a fucking positive rating. Told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that shit look good too.
With her. She need, y'all need to know about this. But it was the mama who just was so used to be doing bad that you didn't know how to accept doing good. You couldn't see tomorrow. You was so fucking hung up on, damn, I got this 5 racks. I ain't had 5 racks at one time without a bill coming up in a long fucking time. Now I got this 5 racks. These motherfuckers want me to cut this shit up down to damn near half. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's trying to say give away free food. He ain't here no more. He ain't come. And then the whole thing is, she wasn't even understanding that the thing was come back tomorrow, come back the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
Helping over here, right?
But I think one of those things where it's like, definitely, if any decent human being would naturally think to split the money if it was told to be, hey, this is what I want you to do with the money, right? But if you ain't, I'm not saying I would have done what she did. But by all means, I would never done that at all, because I'm all about being fair. But legally, if you put the money on my card in the business, it's mine, There's no contract. Although you said it and I heard you, morally, yes, we want to do right by people and say, hey, I'm gonna split it and follow where he wants his money to go to. But legally, I can see it both ways. Do right, but also if you want to do bad, technically it's my money. So it's kind of, unfortunately, they have to vote.
Well, unfortunately,
on that.
What the mama did was she took that route, and look how it turned out.
Right.
She got
nobody
like
her
everybody knows. You want to go viral, you went viral. Everybody knows about Sweetly Seasoned. Ain't nobody fucking with you.
Right. Hey, look,
As
not only
opposed to everybody knows about Sweetly Seasoned, and now they coming to fuck with you.
You on the top.
And we talking about
you gotta bite the bullet.
Motherfucking dollars, man.
Now.
We talking about less. We talking about 40% of the money that the dude left.
Over.
You feel what I'm saying? 40% of the money, and you could have did that again to my like. If you really want to work, you know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of a scenario. We used to be in the restaurant business, 25 years ago, right? And my cousin Nick Nass, who's popped up on this show before, he had a plug with a chick who was plugged in with Paramount Studios. She had a first look deal with Paramount Studios to do a black soap opera, right? And she liked my cousin, you know what I'm saying? And she used to come and hang out at the restaurant or whatever. And so one day she says, hey, look, I'm doing auditions for my show, for the pilot. You think we can do the auditions here? Because we had like a little stage and whatnot, and we used to do all kind of shit at the restaurant, poetry readings and jazz concerts and just all kind of shit. So my cousin went to who was the owner at the time, went to the guy who was the owner at the time and said, look, man, I got some people that's going to come. So as it turned out, it was maybe about 125, 130 people that showed up to a restaurant that seats like 45. So we had people outside hanging out on the sidewalk, kicking it, smoking, reading their lines, doing whatever. Like these are all people that are auditioning. The owner says, damn, well, we wasn't expecting these many people, and shit, they just taking up the space. They not ordering nothing. The girl says, damn, I didn't know y'all had food. You guys got menus? Gets the menus and then makes an announcement. Hey, look, the people at the restaurant have been kind enough to let us use the space for our auditions. They actually are a business. You guys, I encourage you to order something. Now it's too much fucking business. That is the complaint now. It's too much business. You weren't prepared. So instead
you talk shit.
Yeah, but you want to complain.
Right. And you raised such a stink that the girl, actually she was talking to my cousin at the time that all this shit went down. She was saying, I think I want to write a scene where we have a cafe, a coffee bar, and we could do that here as one of the locations because, that's part of their budget and shit, right? They scout locations and they pay places to shoot in their place, right? And so the owner fucked that off by making a big stink about first there wasn't nobody ordering nothing, and now, damn, they're just ordering all this stuff like woo woo, and we don't have no staff to that kind of shit. So it's
get your ass back there and make some shit
by not being prepared. It's simple to ask for some shit that you see going on. Your kids or whatever is on social media. You hearing about how social media kind of works. You trying to still operate from a old school business model, but now your kids are saying, hey, look, why don't you interject this social media aspect in here for a marketing ploy? And then you're like, yeah, why not? Shit, everybody will know about, how my barbecue is or whatever the fuck it is that you selling and shit, right? Because the one thing that you do well is cook. The one thing that you don't do well is run a fucking business. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what happened here. You know what I'm saying? You got blessed with this. Go ahead.
So with all of that bullshit over basically $2,000, that lady can no longer sell nothing. I think she got to go to like Alaska in order to get that food truck to run, nigga. Because ain't nobody in the greater Black America go fuck with her ass no more. Because she's stealing from young Keith Lee.
Yep.
That shit crazy.
Hey,
and I'm not
Black
gonna lie to
History
y'all.
Month,
Due to the specific fact that
Look at
it
this.
was
Permanently closed.
given
permanently closed.
due to the fact that it was just a gift, right? Like it wasn't in no contract that he was coming there to give her $5,000 or whatever the case may be, like that, right? Due to the fact that that was a gift, that would have made me even more make sure I gave everybody their cut, because I would have started charging. I'm not gonna lie, not after 3 people, but maybe after like 20 people, I would have put a number on it. But and then after, you know what I'm saying, after so many places, okay, now like that's a cap. 20 people, I think that's enough. Then we can start charging. You know what I'm saying, like that. Maybe give them a 10% discount, something like that. But we still got to bring in some other revenue, because in my mind, I'm already counting out the $1,000 that I have to give off to Robo. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm already counting that off, or $800 that I have to get to her, whether she wants it or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about if she don't want it. I'm thinking about her do want it. So it's like, okay, I got to think about the money I got to give the bitch I got working, to her brother. Okay. So after 20, maybe even 30. I'm just thinking from the aspect of being a person that's cooking the food and pushing that shit out. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
I
and
need
also
to be
being
paid
an
for my labor
opportunity.
at the same time. So
right. That's all
after a
that is.
certain amount of numbers, I was gonna start charging again as well.
Right, but
But
I mean-
not after
so-
3 people. That's crazy.
So
But
I tell you what my certain number would be, right? So you left me $800 to feed people that's showing up in the parking lot that wasn't going to be there, right? I ain't seen 3 people in the parking lot at one time, in the time that I've been coming to this goddamn parking lot. You left me $800 to feed people for free. To me, that's 40 rounds at $20 a fucking round, right? Round means a plate.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I got 40 servings that I have to give away before I'm at. And remember, this is not break
Technically cool
even.
with 20.
but
This ain't break even. This is
Because he
this is
tipped you
counting in
$2,000.
this is counting in what my profit margin is. Because remember, I'm saying to myself that, okay, $20 a fucking plate, $20 an order and shit, right? For one person, right? Is enough to cover my food costs, my operating expenses, whoever I'm paying as employees, and still have 14% profit margin. That's just how the food business works, right?
So money was being made regardless.
Right. So at 40 rounds for $800, I'm making a profit
Mhm.
for the time that I'm out there.
Okay.
Literally,
Because you
making a
probably ain't
profit.
gonna see 40 people that day. That week.
Exactly.
nigga.
Exactly.
but my thing is the same thing, when it comes down to the hosting, because no matter what the lady did wrong, we know she did wrong. But the
Yeah,
young,
she did. That's why her shit is shut down.
but the young lady who went live, you just as wrong though. If you felt in your heart that, hey, I'm still paying these people, you still kept swiping them cars and taking them. You could say, actually, no, I'm going to step aside. If you want to do that, that's on you. That's blood on your hands. But you really got mad because you and your brother didn't get your cut at the expense of everybody else getting fucked over.
Well, see, that's just it though. She actually sacrificed her dough. So even if
Before
She
we
already,
did
like I
take
said, she
that
said she
money,
didn't even want her
but
money.
even
She
if
was
she
already
did
doing
take
it for
that money,
free.
But
her penance is paid in that $1,000 that she just gave up.
right.
Her $1,000 fed the rest of them other people.
And
that's
what
what-
she
even
was
with the
saying,
People that got fed.
and what you're
Type
saying
shit.
is halfway right too, Justin, because she said, I'm going in because of my little brother. You fucked over my little brother, and you not fixing to fuck over my little brother. Me, I'm not tripping off the band, right? Because she wasn't. She listened to what the ladies. You gotta put it all kind of in. You gotta put it all together, right? All the different little pieces, right? She said that she had said to the girl, to the lady after Keith Lee left, damn, he just cashed you out, $5,200 to your business and shit. Damn, girl, that shit was hella fucking love. And old girl was like, yeah, shit, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was broke as a motherfucker, right? Like this shit really came at a time when I really needed it, which put Sherelle in the mindset of, you know what, I ain't even gonna sweat her about a little fucking $1,000 of mine, because again, she's an influencer, you know what I'm saying, getting that motherfucking check on the 1st, right, or the 30th, or whenever the fuck, you know, all the different platforms break you off your fucking, your share of the fucking, your revenue share, right? So like she said, she woke up that next morning and had $1,500 deposited in her shit just on her own fucking content. Didn't have fuck to do with them, right? And you can imagine, you know, she's getting her bread and shit, right, doing her thing, right? So for her, it's kind of like I always see YouTubers that are doing good go on other YouTubers' channels and super chat them exorbitant amounts, $1,000 super chats, that kind of shit, right? It's just like paying back into the fucking system. Paying it forward, I guess is what you call it. So I think that's where her head was at. Like, damn, you know, this lady really ain't doing good, but shit, she should be doing good. And then you hit with the, hey, you know, start charging after this person right here. What? Damn, okay, shit. You know, you really gonna fucking, you know, you really gonna fucking juice this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? You really fixing to do it like this? Okay, well,
My girl probably got 10 bands,
but
if even that day.
But that's
what I'm gonna say.
But if you felt that integral about it, you would have stood behind that truck and still taking their money. I couldn't do it personally. If I feel bad, like, hey, that ain't right, I'm not even gonna involve myself or even like just be quiet because, hey, I'm sticking it through for my brother. Because no matter what, my brother's money is my brother's money from him cutting hair. In the food truck, I don't gotta be a part of that because he already said what the money's supposed to be for. But as an influencer, you know it's wrong. Hey, I'm doing good. I don't need this food truck money. You can have that. You're still allowing this person who don't got it to take advantage of other people, and you're the one who is taking the cards and swiping it. That's just wrong. You're part of the problem too. Granted, I feel like it was wrong overall. You know, they saw this off of social media. She would have got hers and it would have came out. But the fact that
I think if you are looking at it from the perspective of, we don't have nothing to do with one another. I don't know you. I just showed up. This is the event. You know what I'm saying? And my job right now at this bigger event is to, you know, help you out at the food truck and swipe the fucking cards and this, that, and the third. But it wasn't that. What it was is she is friends with this lady's son. They are they both influencers and they friends. So at the time when she's looking at, damn, this what you really doing? I would probably, if I was in that situation, what I would do is probably the same thing that she did. Keep doing my job, saying to myself, damn, this is scandalous, but I don't want to put my homeboy's mama on blast. I don't want to be the motherfucker to make this a fucking issue. But the next morning, when you really pushed it, like, yeah, I'm just gonna give my son $1,000 and let him deal with y'all.
But my thing is like,
then, hey, hold up, you going too far, lady. As a matter of fact, this is how you want to fucking play. I'm gonna show you how to play.
But I don't know. I guess me personally, I'm not gonna let a friendship, the fact that we're both influencers, have platforms, and that's your mama. I'm not gonna let any of that determine my morals and my beliefs, what I believe in. If it's not right, hey, that's a dub. I'm not doing that. But if anything, you compromise what you would believe in for that, though. So it's kind of like, hey, I really can't get with that. I get we have a friendship. I get that that's your mama, but hey, I'm gonna have to step out for this one. I can't do that.
So that's why I believe. That's why.
Like you.
No, but that's why I believe she forfeited her ban. You know what I'm saying?
When you in that scenario.
But that's why I believe she forfeited that ban though, because those people who got swiped on that wasn't supposed to get swiped on, they can have my ban. I ain't tripping that. But my brother though, he ain't shit doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I believe she forfeited her ban. I could be wrong because you know ain't no telling why the fuck she gave that ban. But I believe that because of that happened that way. You know what I'm saying? People, you know, I think, you know, trying to cover for some of the shiestiness of the moms or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that she realized that the mom wasn't so much that the mom was shiesty, but that she was thirsty. You know what I'm saying? She realized, like, damn, You doing
Tomato,
you really
tomato.
doing that bad? You doing this bad? Like fuck.
Tomato, tomato.
You know what I'm saying? My friend's mom who has this business, you doing this bad that you got to do this? Damn. You know what? You keep the little $1,000 that you was gonna send to me. I'm not tripping. Because remember when she said something about when she said to the lady in the text message, you can keep the $1,000 that you have for me, but my brother, he's going back to Louisiana. So
Yeah, he wasn't even from around there.
This was before old girl even said anything about, well, look, I don't feel like you guys was part of my team and whoop, this, that, and the third. So I'm just gonna give my son $1,000 and just let him split it up with y'all however he want to.
Yeah.
But what did your son do? Your son, did her son work in the truck?
No, that nigga went to and hold on right quick. To top all that bullshit off, one of her kids' fiancés or wife got in that motherfucker started talking shit, and that's the same bitch that bowed out. The reason why she ended up in the truck helping her is because that same bitch that's talking shit didn't want to do that shit.
Right.
But you
so
talk
then
shit.
I say, why are you sending your son money if your son wasn't even there doing the job?
Because that's her son's friend. So the mama was looking at it like
her son's friend was at the place, so he can send her her money.
The mama was looking at it. How Justin is saying, the mama was like, I run a business. Keith Lee came here, swiped his fucking card for $5,000 for $4,000 tip, right, on my business account. Now that's my money legally. It's my money morally. Who gives a fuck about some morals?
Morally,
legally, that's my money. That's how the mama's looking at it. And then the next morning, when old girl is like, "Okay, well, look, you keep my fucking $1,000, but send my brother his rack." Then the mama is like, well, "Wait a minute, shit, it's 2,000, and I don't really feel like I should have to give up 2,000, but I'll give up 1,000." And my son is probably looking for, something off of this shit too. He probably in her fucking ear. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna give you my son. I'm gonna give you this $1,000, and you can deal with your friends and give whoever whatever. Yeah, this other $3,000 plus the $882 motherfucking dollars that's supposed to be what that I sold 3 plates for. That's my shit. Because I need to pay some of these bills. I'm behind. God damn it. They're gonna come get this motherfucking food truck. I've been parking this motherfucker in Sherland and them's fucking garage every night.
Yep. And that's why that
Come on, now, let's not play. Let's not play. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this shit for real.
So 2 things since we're on for real, no play. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp this for this week. The not so bright fucking spotlight of the week, because that lady just fucked up her whole future.
Her whole shit, like that shit's permanently closed over $5,000.
Well, just think about this.
You could have made millions.
What if the next day? What if she would have just sent the $2,000, right? That next day, right? All the people, 50, 60 people who had been there would have been posting on fucking all the social medias that I was here, Keith Lee was here, he said this food was good, and this shit is the bomb.
Man, do
you
know how
much they followers is coming now?
Plates, you're doing 200 plates.
Because she said everywhere she go.
You know what I'm saying? At $20 a piece. So you feel what I'm saying? So now
that word of mouth is gold, baby.
The next day, you just gotta work. You gotta want to work.
Networking.
If
that word
of mouth, she got 5,200, baby.
Prepared to do.
She said, "I ain't going to work for nobody."
The next day, and you're gonna be complaining about it. And I ain't got no workers and shit. We ran out of lettuce, and you know what I'm saying.
You heard what I said. She got that 52. She ain't working for nobody.
Bullshit that comes along with being a fucking. You want to get her feet a food service business. There's a lot of bullshit that comes along with it. You really got to be on. Restaurant businesses are they have the highest failure rate of any industry in small business. The failure rate of restaurants is something like 68% in the first 3 years. It takes 3 years for you to even be in the black. It takes 5 years for you to actually be making that 14% profit that I was talking about, right?
The more
So
you
you got to
know.
be prepared to fucking just be pouring nothing but money into that business and shit, right? To get it up, you know, and then once you get to the apex of your customer shit, you got to be able to maintain that. You know what I'm saying? And anytime that you have a dip in the economy, a dip in fucking job, you know, unemployment, you know, all the different factors and shit that comes along with motherfuckers having disposable income is what's the first thing that they stop doing is buying food at a fucking restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like for a fourth of the shit, I can go to the market, cook the shit myself, and feed
Cause
my
I was,
whole
hey, look,
fucking
I was
family
supposed to
type
go
of
out
bullshit,
tonight,
right?
and I went straight to the stove.
So yeah, so if you run it, you're not even running a whole restaurant. You running your shit out of the lady said, yeah, we out here whoop whoop and shit. We had to leave because hey, the oil was burning. Ain't that what she said, Frank? We watched that one together.
She said we said burning gas.
Leaving from right there. Earlier in the day, she said, we right here, we ain't going nowhere. And then 3 hours later, she said, well, we was there for 3 hours and nobody came.
Gas is
We
burning.
decided to leave because gas is burning.
Yeah,
well, gas is
ain't
burning,
nobody
tomatoes
cooking
is
with it.
rotting. You know what I'm saying? That
Lettuce
fish,
is wilting,
that
nigga.
fish and that chicken that you took out, that you thought you was gonna be able to fucking, you know, grill right quick. You can't refreeze that shit. You got to cook that shit and throw it and give it away or throw it away. So you got all those different factors that's going into you trying to run this fucking mobile fucking restaurant. And bitch, you shitted on the whole fucking, the one thing that was gonna get you over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Is having people out there. Like, it's motherfuckers at the taco truck. I guarantee you that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fucking them tacos up.
Right, and they ready. Hey, because I fuck mine up every day at work anyway.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me
Hey, I got a whole tab at my shit for $50, nigga. Hey, me and my taco truck people's on deck, nigga. For real. Hey, too bad it ain't sweetly silenced or whatever the fuck that shit was called. Hey, also my second point was I'd have burnt that shit down for my $2,000 and I ain't even go fuck around. Since I'm keeping it real, nigga, that bitch been permanently closed regardless, nigga.
Not
yes,
regardless.
Yes, sir, nigga. I'm coming for my 2,000, nigga. I wouldn't fuck you. Really.
That's my dad.
You had to find out where Auntie Charlene and them live at. Shit. Know where that motherfucker be parked.
Nigga, I had to pull it right up, nigga.
And I'm gonna find out.
Yeah,
I'm following somebody on TikTok. I'm doing something because. Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that was an excellent motherfucking show. First show of Black History Month, man. We kicked it off. We popped this bitch off. Hey, Justin, man, she come back on. We gonna have some more Black History shit popping off next week because we got some stuff that we were supposed to get into that we didn't get a chance to get into because because Auntie want to be out here stealing money from people and not feeding people.
That was a way better topic than what the fuck I was about to say.
Hey, for real. Yeah, Auntie need to check herself. It's Black History Month. Auntie, what's up?
What are you doing?
You know what I'm saying?
February. Why you don't want to get to your people, babe?
Also, you wonder why people don't support black businesses, man.
Boom! I didn't want to be the one to say it. I was hoping somebody else said it before because I was going to say it, and then you said it. So I'm like, thank God he said it because I was about to say right before we ended, I was going to say, y'all wonder why people don't support black businesses. That's just how we
do not let this story be a reflection on our people.
I found some other words to say while I was on my rant, but what I really wanted to say was this is the epitome of some fucking niggatry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello. Hey, don't let that lady action, keep fucking with your folks, man. If Keith Lee say pop up, you know what I'm saying? Because our people need that support, bro.
Somebody gonna give you that free play.
And shit like that. Yeah, though. This has been another episode of More to Discuss. Do all the like, sharing, and subscribing and all the cool shit that's supposed to happen, man. Ungawa Black Power, fucking Wakanda Forever, and all the good shit that's going down this month. Peace. You know what I'm saying?
That's even worse.
Grab my shit, put it back over me, and tuck into it like a burrito roll myself.
Yeah, that's me for sure. Like you can't go get this.
You want to take it this time, right?
You got to pull hard. Yeah.
Bet you